What up, what up, what up? It's Saturday afternoon. The Knicks have not played in a minute. This is the most rest I've gotten since I've had a second child. Life is good, my friends. We have the one and only Al from Harlem
What
and
up?
and of course the OG himself, Jay Ellis, the Godfather of the KOT show. Jay, thank you for joining us. Uh, we got a fun afternoon plan. We got a handful of fun topics to get to, but before we start, nice little round robin. Al, it's been a minute, my dude. How are you doing? How's this week been treating you?
I'm doing okay. I'm starting to get antsy for Knicks games. Like it's been such a long drag, but yesterday or yeah, was it yeah, yesterday Drake put out 3 albums, so that kind of helped me over yesterday, and I got to watch the game. So I mean, that's kind of like taking my mind off of things and gave me a little bit of a distraction.
Oh my
Today,
gosh.
I got some stuff going on in the house too that we could talk about later that also added to some distractions. But I am ready for Tuesday, man. I am so ready for Tuesday.
Oh my god. And it's crazy because we don't know where we're going to be on Tuesday. We don't know if we're going to be at home or
Nope.
in Detroit right now. So we got a lot of planning and a lot of thinking to do. Jay, how are you doing, man? How's this week been treating you? Does this feel like too much of a lag for you? Like how are you doing with like thinking about the show, thinking about
Oh,
the Knicks? Like where's your head been at this week?
for me personally, this is beautiful. You do 82 games. I do post games, 82 games a year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
so for me, I do post games. I go to work after that. It's an hour and a half travel there, an hour and a half travel back.
Jay been chilling.
So a week off.
Yeah.
It's been great. It's been like okay, it's like a little reset for me, to be honest with you. And
That's what's up.
and then the Drake albums dropped yesterday. So I mean, I had to struggle to stay awake, but that was cool.
That's the review we've been waiting for. That's the review we've been waiting for.
Yeah,
We'll give
so
out grades for that, like we do a Mike Brown grades after
Oh
this.
god.
Let's see what we gotta think about Drake.
yeah. But once I woke up after listening to the Drake album, I got to watch the game and it was exciting.
Dang, shots fired at my boy Drake.
Man,
Hey, yes, I'm
we got
excited.
Super Bowl
Man.
ad over here. This is great. Yeah,
Yeah,
coming at you, Drake.
Yeah, but I'm excited. After watching that Cavs Pistons matchup, I was really excited to see to figure out who we're going to play next. And I was really happy that it's going one more game too.
I know we're getting everything. It's it comes back to be careful what you wish for, right? We wanted to handle Philly in 4. That was like best case scenario. I'm still recovering from the fact that we swept Philly. We got Daryl Morey fired. We got Philly questioning if they need to move cities for their franchise. Like we did it all, baby. That was like,
Facts.
and now I'm just like watching replays of old Knick games during the week.
Moving to Seattle, yeah.
Get them out. You know what's been funny? What they've been talking about is obviously after last. We'll talk about the Julius Randle effect a little bit later, but it's interesting to see. One of the rumors was if the NBA adds 2 new franchises, Minnesota would potentially come to the East. So interesting banter going on there, but we'll reserve that for Crisis Corner. We have way more pressing issues that we've all been thinking about. He's been on our mind. It's the hamstring we all talk about and think about constantly. Even when my hamstring sometimes hurts, I think about OG randomly. I'm like, oh man, what would OG do right now? I still have to go to work this week, even though my hamstring was hurt. But that's where we're different.
Play through
I'm
it, yeah.
Warrior.
Oh damn.
Yo,
Hopefully,
shout out my guy Bogus Macaroni. He said Philly is officially the 6th borough.
Oh.
South Jersey.
Oh.
So Al, let's start with you, man. We have been sending some messages back and forth. We're clamoring for any news on the OG situation. Why don't you kick us off on OG speculation and where your head is at?
Well, when the OG injury happened, they didn't even give him a grade on the strain. So, like, the lowest grade would be grade 1. which I think will put him out like I think a week or 1 to 2 weeks, something like that. So they said it wasn't even a grade 1. He was day to day from the beginning. But every time I get an OG update, it's like, yeah, you're starting to scare me. Like, what is going on here? Like, how hurt is he? He hasn't practiced all week. And okay.
He just practiced yesterday, I think they said.
Okay. See this, and this leads me to my first clip. So let me bring this up because Mike Brown was asked this question directly. They asked him if he practiced, and here's his answer. So let me play this for you.
He practiced today in full. Yeah. You know, anytime anybody's able to do anything like that, it's always encouraging. You know.
You could play in 2 days. The practice is full.
I mean, that.
You need to see that today, knowing it could be that
You
soon.
know, at the end of the day, I'm gonna wait and let the medical group tell me. You know, each day what he can do. Everything we did today, he did.
Yeah, this dude is always stuttering and stuff. It's hilarious. He goes, I don't like that line. Everything we did today, he did. That seems very tongue-in-cheek. These mofos had a walk-around practice, bro. They didn't even do nothing in practice yesterday. So it's not like he practiced full contact and all that. Like, yo, stop trying to run game on me, Mike Brown. I'm not buying this. Like, I saw him in them sweats shooting free throws. I think I'm starting to get scared. You're scaring me, Knicks. You're starting to scare me, man.
Yep. He was a cookie away from choking on that answer, bro. He was so nervous.
Right? I don't know, man. The Knicks always so funny with the injuries, man. Look, I know they're playing it very cautious with OG, which is the right thing to do, right? Like the last thing we need to do is to be playing 5-on-5 scrimmage in practice and he pulls his hamstring again because we pushing him too early. So I think they're doing the right thing, but a part of me also thinks like, yo, was he a little bit more hurt than what they led on to be? So we'll see soon enough, though.
So that's a great transition, and your boy Don Melion, or we should call him Dr. Don now because he's giving us assessments on what OG should do. And I think this is a great transition to you, Jay. Dr. Don says even if OG's got one leg, you send him out there. We can take different takes. What's your take on? Do you want a 60%, 70% OG out there, or do you think keep him on the sideline till we are really convinced that he's at a place where one season we're not nervous about it? Because we were all Knicks fans. We saw the 2 plays, I think was it 2 years ago, where the hamstring gave and he was like hobbling down the court, or was that last year?
That was 2 years ago, I think.
That was 2 seasons.
Yeah. That was bad.
That was bad. And his hammy's been an issue. He missed like 3 weeks, I think, during the season on this. Jay, where's your head at given Mike Brown's answer, Dr. Don's assessment of what to do? What would you like to see happen?
This is me right now. I got my hands on the back of my head, and I'm chilling, relaxed. You know why? Because I'm not worried.
Yeah.
Not at all. I feel like the Knicks medical staff has been on point all year. If he if he has to be held out, he will be held out. But I've been following Ian Begley very closely, all right? Very, very closely. And ever since this injuries happened, he has been very adamant, extremely adamant that OG Anunoby is ready to go. So much so that he went on another person's show to call a reporter out about how they were saying that his reporting wasn't, he's like, I don't know. He might be in Nick's pocket and he might be feeding him something. He went over there. He didn't go in there like smoke, like angrily. He kind of went over there like on some jokey thing. But also what I got from that show was Ian was double and tripling down that OG was okay. He said even then he was just like, he can play this series. Because this talk came out during the 76ers series when Ian was sure. So if Ian is sure, then I'm like this, right?
Yeah.
He was so sure that he made a bet with the man.
Oh,
He was like,
dang, I missed this.
Damn,
was-
Ian.
yeah, he was like, bro, if OG doesn't play by this game, then you pay for my babysitting money.
And he would be going to Vegas for a week with that babysitting deal.
Exactly. So if Ian Begley is
Okay.
putting up bread, betting that OG Anunoby is going to play, this is me.
You
Yeah.
relax.
I
Okay.
do trust Ian Begley. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I think what's happening is they're playing reindeer games with the next round. They're trying to throw off the opponent by being very vague about his injury and what he is and what he can't do. So they don't know how to prepare when he played him on the first game.
Yeah.
So you think net, you guys both believe that regardless of the matchup, OG will be playing game 1 on Tuesday. Is that where your head's at right now?
Yeah, I think he'll be playing. Yeah, he'll play.
Okay.
Yep.
You guys are zigging. I'm gonna take a quick zag. I think
Not surprised.
I'm not like I don't have that
You have severe PTSD. You have
severe PTSD. That's really what it
very
is.
severe.
I don't think I'm nervous just even like trying to do this. What you do? I've relaxed since like 98. Like I don't even know how to do that right now. But
try it. Breathe, brother.
yeah. This is
lungs opened up. See? Look.
This is nice. His shoulders open up, my back. Okay. I see why you do that. That's nice. I am nervous. I think the cautious optimist in me says, do we try to rest OG for game 1 and get a W and then just let him sit a little bit longer? Because I think what's cool about this, right? What I'm most happy about is OG missed game 3 and 4, right? Yeah. So he hasn't played. This is now 10 days. It will be about 12 days since he last played, which is pretty awesome to be able to pull that off going into the playoffs. So
yeah,
for that, I'm optimistic. I just know we all are on the same page where we want the chip. We don't want an Eastern Conference banner. We want the chip. And in order to get that, we need OG at 100%. And so my thinking is just like what helps us get him there the best way possible. And it's a little dangerous, right? Because you can never take anything for granted. If you show the Eastern Conference Finals not like already thinking about the finals, that's how things fall apart real fast. And all of us are in no position to think that it's going to be a easy walk to the finals. So let's see.
Oh no.
Let's see how it goes. I'm interested to see if more info comes out after game 7.
That's a dice to roll, because if he's ready, he's got to play. Every game is important. This is to go to the finals now. So, playtime is over. So if he's ready to go, he's going to have to play. And look, at the end of the day, like, joke around about Mike Brown's answer and all that stuff. But, Jay Ellis is spot on. Like, we have the best medical staff in the NBA. So we have to trust in those guys that they're going to do, they're going to make the right move at the end of the day when it comes to OG. But I think he's fine. I want to believe that he's fine. So I think he'll play game 1. We'll see. We'll see how he's moving out there. If he's not moving right, man, I'll be the first one to call it out. I'll tell you that.
And that's what I worry about. If he's not moving right to start, then then what does that mean? Then is he like done for the series again? And then it becomes well, maybe we'll see him in the finals thing. That's why I'm like very slow to want to just put him back out there until he's ready. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I just shout out one more time to Don, because Don, please never become a doctor, bro. You really
he solves everything. This dude solves everything with a cortisone shot. He's like, give him a cortisone shot and he'll be right back out there. Like, cortisone shot don't solve everything.
We not beating the next. We not going to the next round without OG. We can beat the 76ers without OG, but we cannot guard Cade Cunningham. We can't guard all those guards in that big team without OG. So Yeah, get him a cortisone shot, man, and shove him out there and see.
Yeah. Dr. Don, he's like, here's a Z-Pack, here's a cortisone shot. I'll check back in tomorrow.
Yeah,
Back, Dr. Don.
yeah.
See where you're going with this.
And I'm black, so robo testing. Give him some robo testing too.
But for the
We
Spanish
are
people,
a culturally on-point show now. This is great.
For the Spanish people, rub some Vicks Vapor Rub on them too while you at it. While we're doing the home remedies.
All of that.
The Indian community is very supportive of Tiger Balm. That's where we go to.
There we go. Put that on too.
Ginger, definitely ginger ale.
Yeah,
definitely. Ginger ale.
If we have any Greek people, they can spray some Windex on his hammy too. We'll figure it out. So shout out to. So before I move on to the next topic, you guys have anything else to say about OG? OG, we love you. We know you listen to the show regularly. We're rooting for you, my dude. Anything you guys want to send out to OG or to any of the listeners on him before we move to our next topic?
No, I'm good.
Good.
Well, soon, brother. We need you.
Yeah,
That's
man. Absolutely. And so, what's great about this show is the comments, and we have our very own version of Shams here. Shout out to Nick Yak. This was good.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this take. This was my sources are telling me that the winner of the Cavs Pistons game will face the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. You can't, man. We get the best reporting in the world on this show. Shout out to you, Prince. Would never have been able to put that together. Thank you, my man. And that transitions us perfectly to let's get your guys' thoughts on Game 7. Last night was wild. Cleveland went to Detroit for Game 5. James Harden showed up. Big game. Brought it back last night to Cleveland where they could have closed it out. Detroit said, no. Jalen Duren is going to give us a little above average game, and we'll take this back home. And here we are, folks. Game 7, Sunday night. Let's get your thoughts on it just as we pass 100 viewers listening to our show right now.
Shout out to the chat.
Shout out to the chat. Thank you guys for keeping this entertaining. Prince 100 Bill, keep these hot takes coming. We love you, man. This is awesome. Let's go. What do you guys think? Let's get two reactions. What were your thoughts on last night's game? And what, if any, do you have preferences given what you've seen now over the course of 6 games that you would like to see happen tomorrow evening for Game 7? Al, let's start with you.
Well, watching the game, I was cheering for Detroit. I wanted it to go 7. And I knew that you were going to ask me the question of, who I want to face. And when you're ready, I have this that I want to put up. You don't have to put it up right now. Give me 1 second. So the thing about them going to Game 7 is that in round 1, Detroit went 7 games. In round 1, Cleveland went 7 games. And now they're both going to 7 games again. And so meanwhile, we swept and we've had 10 days off. So they're going to be coming into this series with their gas tank on E. And our gas tank is going to be on full. All of them are having like little injuries here and there, like Duncan Robinson. He's had his back is flaring up, and they need him desperately because they already suck at shooting. Like they have no shooting, and he's their shooter. He's their sniper. So they need him desperately. And on the Cleveland side, first of all, the longer these series go, like old man James Harden looks more and more washed. And also Spider tweaked his ankle in the prior game, Game 5. So they're all getting nicked up and beat up. So that leads me to my answer on who I'd rather see. And you can put this up on the screen. Oh. Now, I made this because, we have a not so young, following here. We're 40-year-old guys. So you guys might not get this, but this is my response. This is YN language, acronym text language. But this is my answer to who I want to face. Chat. Spam in the chat if you know what this means, man. I'll give y'all a couple of minutes and then I'll show you what this means.
I don't know what the hell this means because
this is you know how the young kids talk in the acronyms. They just put like LOL.
Oh, I know what it
IRL,
means now.
In real life. What does it mean, Ra?
All right. This is my pop moment to feel like young again right here. You ready?
Let's see.
Not gonna lie, I don't care who we play for real.
Yeah. Let's go.
What up?
Let's go, Ra. I didn't think you were gonna get that. Oh wow.
Damn.
this is like Ghetto Wheel of Fortune, yo.
The episode is not understand out what he's saying.
Yo, he said Ghetto Wheel of Fortune. That's hilarious. Good job, Ra. Yeah, man. Listen,
Mike,
I don't care. I don't care who we play. Either one of these teams are going to get this work, and the Knicks are going to the finals. Now, I'm watching the Western Conference Finals and hoping that they go 7 games too. So when we get to the finals, it's all set up for us. Yo, the stars are aligning, guys. They are aligning. I'm sorry. I've jumped out the window. This is Team of Destiny. It's happening this year, man. Let's go.
I'm about to start muting you, bro. You got me. I got so much. What's that when you're just? What's that?
Anxiety, heartburn.
Anxiety.
Yeah,
Feel that, Mike.
The more
All right,
hopeful you
Jay.
are, the more anxious you are. That's great. Okay.
So Jay, I mean, I did my part. I uncovered Al's hidden message in his post. Now let me hear. What's your take? Is it the same as Al's? Is it? I mean, you put your arms behind your head earlier. I know you got that confidence, my dude. What did you take away from last night's game, and what are you looking for in Game 7?
What I took from last night's game is both teams are formidable and both teams have flaws. I feel like both teams have I feel like both teams are starting to figure out how to use their other players more, and it makes them a little bit more dangerous. But both of the teams have flaws. Like you don't know how consistent the other players from Detroit are going to be on the offensive end for sure, and you don't know how consistent the Cavs' intensity level and purpose is going to be on that side. So it's like you have these two different styles where it's like one side just has more talent, the other side to me has like more like heart and sureness. And I feel like if right now, I feel like it's a close matchup because of that. Like they're both kind of evolved and like they're learning to use their bench more, like, but also they're both kind of lacking. So for me, I think it's gonna be a challenge either way. But for me personally, I want the Knicks to play the Pistons just for personal reasons. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing to do with basketball or matchups and I want to see this one because it's gonna be easier time than this one. They wanted the smoke, just like Atlanta wanted the smoke. So I want the smoke back. I feel like the journey means more when you knock out the perceived giant. So
Yeah.
the perceived giant for this season has been the Detroit Pistons.
That's
because
true.
we haven't beat them, even though we beat them in the playoffs. And playoffs to me count way more. But that's the perceived giant for like the entire league. So for me, it would mean more if they talked all that mess, got first place in the East. We matched up with them and then punched them in the mouth and got to the finals. It'd be like, now what, mother? No. Yeah. So I'm going for the Pistons. I'm rooting for the Pistons to win. But if the Cavs win, fine, y'all can get it too.
I don't know. Did the Pistons beat us 3 out of 4 games in the regular season? Was that the
no?
Was that the situation with us?
Every game.
Yeah, we didn't beat them.
So does that create any concern for you whatsoever, or is this just different time, different team? Those results don't really mean anything going into the playoffs to you.
I don't say the results don't mean anything because they're a physical team and they're an athletic team, and the Knicks have had struggles with like the physical athletic teams. But also, this team isn't the same team that they faced in the regular season. I feel like we're playing a different style now. We have a little bit of different identity. Mike Brown has said a few times during these post games or during these interviews that the Atlanta Hawks made them better. So I feel like the Knicks right now are a better team than what they were a few months ago, largely because Karl Anthony Towns is now playmaking hub. Jalen Brunson is now oscillating between playmaking and passing. They're on a string defensively from Cat to Mikal Bridges to OG Anunoby. Mikal Bridges is actually being aggressive, which is something that we've been clamoring for all year. So I just feel like there's a synergy happening with this team right now, and it's the right time to take on this team.
So you bring up a great point, and this is what I have been thinking about a little bit is one of the biggest differences we all have noted is how we run an offense through Cat early on in the games, which we were not doing during the regular season. We are essentially, and shout out to my dad, who's a big time Knick fan, and he pointed this out, and we've talked about this, but I appreciate that he noticed this. You know, one thing Mike Brown has really done a nice job of is he's brought over the offensive playbook from the Warriors to the Knicks with how, you know, Draymond and Steph play off each other. We got a similar dynamic going with Cat and with Jalen Brunson. Obviously, very different players, Draymond and Cat. I would say Cat's a better passer, a better shooter, of course. Draymond obviously gets the nod at the defensive end. One thing I've been thinking about a lot as far as the next matchup goes is who would guard Cat on the Pistons and who would guard Cat on the Cavs. And I really like Cat's matchup on the Pistons more than the Cavs. I do think Mobley could give him a lot more trouble on the perimeter where he likes to set up on the offensive end versus I think he would run circles past Jalen Duren, Isaiah Stewart, and they have the size matchup for that. So that's one dynamic I've been kind of thinking about a little bit from an offensive initiation standpoint. Harden and Donovan Mitchell, I worry about them a lot less than I worry about Cade. However, I worry a lot more about Mobley and Jared Allen, given how they've been playing in the front court versus the front court of the Pistons and what Jalen Duren has been doing. So that's something I've been thinking about from a matchup perspective. Any reactions to, you know, to that dynamic? Because they're very different teams. And right now, what's been working for us well is the size factor. I mean, Embiid was simply not mobile at all. Atlanta didn't really have any size. And now Cleveland is a completely different animal than anyone we've seen to date in the playoffs. Any reaction to that relative to those matchups?
Well, for one, I would say the Detroit Pistons, they guard Cat using wings. So I'm not even sure how much you would see Duren on Cat. So for us,
they be putting Tobias on him.
Exactly. So for us, we gotta take advantage of that matchup.
I love that matchup.
But I feel, if I remember last year's playoffs correctly, I feel like Cat didn't have the. Did he have a good series against Detroit? I thought that was the Jalen Brunson series. I thought Tobias kind of took him out of the game. But I mean, look, that was a different Cat back then, I would say. And I think the offense is very different this time around, though.
He was grinding in the post a lot. He had some big fadeaway turnarounds last season. Like,
he did hit some big shots.
That's what got us to the next round. It was an ugly 7 games, but you're right. This is a different offense. He's catching it at the top of the key, where last year was give it to him in the post and let him cook. So it's a different system altogether. So then who's Jalen Duren going to guard? Does he guard Josh Hart then, or OG or
Josh Hart?
Josh Hart. So basically roams.
Yeah, he's going to be a roamer. So
you're
going to force Josh Hart to either shoot or make a play. Kind of like how they use what's the defensive player over there on Detroit who fouled out last night?
The guard, right?
Thompson.
Yeah, kind of like Thompson. Like people just cheat off Thompson, and Thompson is kind of forced to just be a screener and a roller type of guy. That's pretty much.
Yeah, he has the same Josh Hart thing, right? He's like trying to pass or go to the lane.
He can't shoot a lick.
What's that other guy on Detroit? Sorry, with the braids, the shooter, the guard.
Jenkins.
Who's it?
That's Jenkins.
Yes.
Oh, they always on the dreads.
That's Jay Ellis on Detroit.
That's a beast.
He's got a better jumper in the corner.
Oh my god.
So
yeah.
okay, so then any final reactions to so the key takeaway for our listeners is Jay and Al don't care who wins game 7. They're happy they got 7 games out of this. I'm a little more hesitant because I'm a PTSD kind of guy. Before we move on, any final takes on that game? Because what we will be transitioning to is the coaching setup, right? Like I want to talk about that in a minute. But before I do, any closing remarks from you guys? Or are we good with this topic?
I think you made a good point with Mobley. He's ex-defensive player of the year, right? So, and he's been playing great defense for Cleveland. So good points on that. What I was gonna say is, with respect to Detroit, we would shout out to Mentality in the chat, man. What up? Thank you for joining, bro. With respect to Detroit, we would play game 1 in Detroit, and I think if that provides a unique opportunity to start to like completely snatch this series right away. Like you punch them in the mouth and take game 1 on their home floor, like that's different than us starting against the Cavs at home and we win the first 2 games, because then that really doesn't mean much. It's like you did your job, right? But if you go into Detroit and you take one of those games, you take control of the series right away. And so that's a unique opportunity that I kind of see with going into Detroit and playing them instead of playing the Cavs, because they will be tired. I don't care if they're going to play game 7 in Detroit. They are going to be tired for game 1. So I think we have it's something to think about.
Yeah. For me, when it comes to the Knicks versus Detroit, like I said, they're probably going to have a wing on there, probably Tobias Harris on Cat. They probably have Duran kind of roaming. So if Duran is roaming, then that play, that little flex action play where Jalen Brunson screens for OG and OG goes to the rim, Duran might be roaming even more. So for us, Josh Hart is going to have to be aggressive in shooting that shot when it's open. So I think that's going to be a big key to the series if they continue to go that route. If we do play the Detroit Pistons, now if we do play the Cleveland Cavaliers, I said this before and I say it again. I hope Mike Brown considers going double big for large stretches of the game, because I know you're talking about the matchup between Cat and Mobley, but I feel like Josh Hart is less effective when he has to guard Mobley himself, because I feel like Josh is on Mobley, and then Cat would be with Jared Allen, and then he can't really rebound like he really usually does, and so he's again forced to be a jump shooter. So once again, I feel like we have to just make the correct adjustments. I feel like we might have to go more double big that series, and we all know Mitchell Robinson has eaten up alive Jared Allen and Mobley. So I'm hoping to see Mitch there early, taking their food, eating them for lunch, and I feel like that would be a big key to winning against the Cavs for that series, if that happens.
Yeah. So you don't see a world where we would start Mitchell Robinson even if we played the Cavs. We wouldn't match up to their double big. We'd stick with our current lineup.
I hope so, but from what I've seen from Mike Brown, that's not what he does. Shout out to Lee. We did like a show that talked about Mike Brown's tendencies as a coach. And when studying what he did when he was in Sacramento, he never wavered from his starting lineup. If a starting lineup was playing bad, the most he would do was he would start them short. He would start them for a short stint and then sub them out more quickly. And the rookie that they had, he was starting all year, and he was stinking up the place versus Sacramento. And he continued to start him the entire series, but he would just play him for like 3 minutes or 5 minutes and then sub him out. So if that's the case for us, I think that's what's going to happen with Josh Hart. Josh Hart would get a quicker hook for Mitchell Robinson and not like a full out swap and start.
So who do you guys think is going to win game 7? I think the Pistons are going to end up winning it.
Me too. I think the Pistons are going to end up winning it. I feel like they're a little younger. I feel like Robinson is back is a big deal, like you said, because they need that shooter for space. And Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, they just don't have the reputation for being guys who can close out a series, especially in the second round. So I feel like history is going to repeat himself for them again.
It's a great question. I think one other fact I want to just bring up for us, I do think we'll have more Knick fans in Detroit than we will in Cleveland, because as Joakim Noah famously once said, "Who wants to go to Cleveland, bro? Who do you know that vacations in Cleveland? Whoever says, oh, like I'm going to Cleveland because it's cool. Nobody says that." So shout out to Knick fans. I do think we will have a lot of fans in attendance in Detroit because it's a city, and we roam well. We travel well to cities. Cleveland, I mean, it's kind of a city too, but it's different. Yeah. So I do like how we will show up in Detroit at the Palace. If that's where we end up going, I'm with you. I think they're at home. It's a big game 7. I think that Detroit's the 1 seed. They've earned the right to be favored, and I think they will win. Although I will say, the hint that I am thinking about is James Harden's playoff career.
Yeah.
He is due to have one good game 7 in his life, right? There's not years left. If he's ever going to do it, this might be like the James Harden game 7. So interesting to see. Because you know what it is, guys? It's always like, it's like, it reminds me of the Celtics round 1 when they played Philly. And what was the constant thing? The Celtics never lose game 7, or they're like 58-1, or the 58-0. And I was like, oh, these guys are definitely losing game 7. Like it's like when the announcers are like, he shoots 98% from the free throw line. That's what this feels like to me. So I'm interested. But if you ask me what I want, I've had a lot of flip flops on this, but right now I think I want to play Detroit. I like that matchup more for us. I like that it's like stop Cade, win the game. Where Cleveland, there's a lot of variability that we have to keep in mind. And
he's another one. He's been logging 40 minutes every game, so he's got to be spent. Bro. He's got to be spent.
You're talking about Harden, right?
Cade.
Oh yeah. But he's got those young legs. You know what I mean? He's but I'm with you. Playoff minutes are playoff minutes, and it's no easy task. And
remember, he also has like 1.5 lungs too. Like,
that's true.
Forgot about that.
No joke. Yeah, no joke. And he's got and he definitely has Malik Beasley probably betting against him too. So shout out to Malik. That was a hell of an NBA career you had.
Damn.
Let's talk about playoffs. Coaching.
Before we switch topics, let me bring up the image that I have here.
Yes.
So everybody remembers that dunk last series where Mitch caught a body on Embiid's head, and that was big time payback for that for last year when he pulled down his leg in that dirty play, man. So that got us making this shirt right here, man. Payback is a Mitch. It is live now on our Etsy website. This shirt is a heavy duty shirt, but we also have a lightweight shirt that's like $26. So encourage you guys to go on there and cop the merch, man. I copped the royal blue one. I got the royal blue one on the way. So definitely get yours, and so you can shine for the ECF. I just want to plug that real quick before we go to the next topic.
Great plug, great shirt. Go get it. Father's Day is coming up. Tell your girl this is what you want. Get it done. Payback is a Mitch. Let's get it. So that's a nice transition. We have gone back and forth about coaching for a long time. You guys referenced this during today's pod. This is a different team. However, I want to take a minute and I want to talk about 2 coaching dynamics. I want to get your thoughts on last year we went to the Eastern Conference Final with Al's boy Tom Thibodeau, and this year we're getting to go with his new main man Mike Brown. Al, how are you feeling about this coaching shift relative to we're back right where we started? We got to see Thibs versus Detroit. Now let's assume maybe we play, Detroit again with Mike Brown at the helm. He obviously did not have much success in the regular season against these guys, where Thibs plays every game like it's game 7 of the finals, even in the regular season. How are we feeling about the difference in coaching from the Knicks side going into the Eastern Conference Finals? Are you much more enthusiastic to have Mike Brown at the helm now, or are you having moments of like, this is where Tom Thibodeau would shine, and I wish he was still our coach? Where's your head?
Nah, I definitely don't have any Tom Thibodeau thoughts creeping through my mind at all. I'm sorry. I know my guy Mentality is in the chat. He was a big Tip supporter. But look, man, Mike Brown has earned he's earned like for us the right for us to not second guess him anymore, right? And I did a lot of second guessing on Mike Brown throughout the regular season and even into the playoffs because I thought he did lose us one of those games against, if not both of those games against the Hawks. So, I think he's done a great job pivoting and making adjustments from game to game and even in game. So even if, say, we go to Detroit and we lose game 1, I still won't be like hypercritical of him. I will be confident that him and his coaching staff will make the right decisions and push the right buttons, make the proper adjustments. And then I just also want to say when you actually talk about Mike Brown, Ra, like it's not so much Mike Brown, bro. He actually leans in on his entire coaching staff. So in the huddle, it's Mike Brown is never drawing up any plays. I don't even know if he knows how to draw up a play. Chris Jenkins is the one that's scribbling on the pad and drawing up the plays. So his coaching staff has been excellent. Mike Brown is just there as like that, motivational leader and stuff like that. Like he takes over the huddle at the end of the huddle and he just gives them a rah-rah speech. You know what I mean? So the X's and O's and all that, that's his coaching staff, man. And he's done a good job. And that's why I harped on this last year, Rob, when we used to talk about Thibodeau and we used to talk about the coaching staff, the assistants on the bench and all that, how they were doing nothing. I think it's important to have a good coaching staff. I think when we were going through the hiring process, I was always keen on, once we got him, I was like, okay, who's he going to hire for his staff? I thought that was super important and probably didn't get enough attention. But Chris Gent is doing a good job. He's actually a head coaching candidate coming out of this season. So, I think we're in good hands, man. I'm not concerned about the coaching right now. The only thing that I would throw caution to the wind is that we haven't had a lot of close game situations. So, like, the important things that I have seen that made me worry a little bit from Mike Brown is like after timeouts, like drawing up good plays after timeouts and our execution out of timeouts. And then like just late game situations, just being able to execute, in close late games, because we haven't had those reps as lately, right? Because we've been blowing teams out. So that's the only things that I'm a little bit kind of concerned about, but I'm really not concerned about the coaching right now.
Okay. How about you, Jay? What are your thoughts on what you saw from Thibs last year versus what you're seeing from Mike Brown this year? Just general reactions. Are you much more enthusiastic about this style of play? And are you feeling this way now more so than before because of how we are initiating the offense through Cat? Has that been a major turn for you? That's been the only reason. I don't want to. I'll hate on Mike Brown later. You go first.
I feel like I want to go last now since you're going to hate on him. But I'll say this. First of all, give Tom Thibodeau a lot of credit for bringing this team from the Dodgers to where it is right now. He laid the foundation for us.
Yes, sir.
He taught us how to play defense, and he set a standard for hard workers and excellence and being gritty. But with that being said, I do feel like there was a ceiling with Tom Thibodeau, and I think what we're seeing from Mike Brown is he's maximizing the talent that we have, and I feel like that's the biggest difference between what Thibs and Mike Brown is doing. And he's done that by actually utilizing all 5 guys on offense and even motivating them to play defense. We've seen Cat have career defensive numbers this year. When you see Cat getting multiple blocks a game, like outside the offense. Mikal Bridges was a guy who's supposed to be like a defensive guy, a defensive stopper. Mikal Bridges defensively last year was abysmal.
He was really bad.
he was really bad. And now he's having an amazing defensive series. He shut down Tyrese Maxey this round. You know what I mean? The round before, Alexander Walker, we didn't hear a peep out of Alexander Walker for the entire series. Although he was leading the league or top of the league in shooting threes, we didn't hear none from Alexander Walker that whole series. Yep. So Mikal Bridges has ascended to the lockdown defender that we thought we were getting when we first got here. And I feel like Mike Brown and the coaching staff deserves a lot of credit. And not only that, I just feel like having Jalen Brunson being off ball and saving him as that guy who is going to be the killer in the fourth quarter is going to be huge for us. Because a lot of times when people say you can't win a championship with a small guard, they say that because small guards get worn down over time when you keep throwing length on them the entire game. But when you add another playmaker there and conserve his energy for the end, all of a sudden those limitations are no longer there. And I think that gives us a championship ceiling. And I think that's the biggest reason why I'm liking what I'm seeing from Mike Brown.
And if you remember last year, the way that Jalen Brunson was getting his points, it was like, so he had to work so hard in isolation to get every point. And by the time the fourth quarter came, he still won Clutch Player of the Year last year, but you could just feel like, especially in the playoffs, like he was starting to run a little bit out of gas. And like now he's way fresher in the fourth quarter to bring us home, like with the way that the style that we're playing now. So yeah, I definitely agree that the changes that Mike Brown has made is really catapulted this team and really has unlocked a new ceiling for us.
Yeah, I give I was done with Thibs, so I see New York mentality 85 getting real emotional about the Thibs slander.
He loves Thibs. He loves Thibs.
Just so you know, New York mentality. I called the minutes police multiple times last year. I was done with Thibs. You can direct that hate at me. I felt as though I agree with you guys. Mike Brown has done a great job because our offense is way less predictable, which is what we needed to do. Like just the off ball screens that take place to free up JB. I'm still like celebrating that off ball screen that was taking place against the Sixers where Andre Drummond got so confused that he just left Cat altogether and Cat was just like, oh, I'm just going to shoot this now. Like that dynamic never existed under Thibs.
Right.
It was the same, the same movement, the same off the ball screen to get JB the ball. Now we have multiple looks throughout a game. So shout out to Mike Brown on that. He really deserves a lot of credit. I think one thing I still worry about is, and it's hard to assess this from Mike Brown because we go both ways, right? I think we've all been in chats in the text thread where we're like, take Deuce out. What's Deuce doing in the game? Like, this is crazy. And then Deuce, game 4 was like, I got receipts, guys. Like, watch how I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Hold that.
So you go back and forth because I don't love sometimes how we go small with some of our lineups with Mike Brown because I'm always, we've talked about, Al, the importance of length on the floor. And Mike Brown will play Jose Alvarado, Deuce McBride, Brunson, Shamet, Josh Hart. I'm like, do we have nobody up here that's over 6'5" sometimes? And are we testing these lines for the first time in the playoffs? So I do worry about that, but also, I give him credit, even though I'm a hater, because I do feel like he's trying to find out who's hot, and he has to kind of give them their moment to see, like, is this the guy that's going to maybe put us over the top today? And so far, to his credit, it's working. I get a little worried about, will that sustain itself? But I think the coaching staff minus Mo Cheeks has been really, really good, and it's been nice to see. So with that, my next question for you guys is kind of coming back to Game 7. I know you don't care who we play, but who do you think is a better coaching matchup for us? Do you want to see Mike Brown versus JB or Mike Brown versus Kenny Atkinson? Who do you think would give us? Because listen, it's a game of chess right now. It's not just the players. The matchups will matter. I think how we kind of go back and forth will matter. Is that something you're considering at all as you're deciding the ECF?
I would probably give the coaching nod between JB and Atkinson to Atkinson. I think JB is probably similar to Thibs, who's a guy that can come in, turn around a franchise. He raise your floor, but he has a limited ceiling, and I think that's probably like I think Detroit will probably have to pivot from him at some point if they want to win a championship. So I think I would give the nod to Kenny Atkinson, but I think Mike Brown is coaching better than both of those guys right now.
Ooh, I feel like Kenny has the reputation for being more free flowing type of coach, but I'm not sure exactly. Like, he's not like that playoff tested. So I feel like we might be able to get him with the pressure in the moment, and then you mix it up with the other guys who's not really good with the pressure in the moment, and Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, and then it's like a perfect cocktail for us to win and for him to be outcoached. So I might go the other way because of the lack of experience.
I will always be in awe of what Kenny Atkinson did in Brooklyn. He was such a great coach before Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant got him fired over there. And he turned D'Angelo Russell into an all-star. You know what I mean? So that guy has he really does a great job, I think, getting the most out of his players. I think Mobley has continued to develop under him, which has been great for Cleveland, not for us. So I would prefer JB Bickerstaff. I think he's a regular. He reminds me of Thibs a lot. He'll get the most out of your team. That's been his history in the league. He wasn't he the Cleveland coach before? He was the Cleveland coach before Kenny Atkinson, right?
Yeah, he was.
That's so interesting. I didn't even think about that. That's an interesting dynamic. So I'm sure he wants this win because it's personal right now.
Yep.
I didn't even think. Oh, look at that. I'm uncovering more reasons to gamble on Game 7. I'm in favor of playing Detroit. I think JB Bickerstaff is having his Thibs moment. He's going to get to the ECF, and I would love to be the one that gets to send him home. Kenny Atkinson, I think he has a lot more talented players to coordinate with, and that could make it more difficult in a game of chess with Mike Brown. So I'm leaning towards playing Detroit and JB Bickerstaff. Any final thoughts from you guys on this topic before we go to the next one?
No.
I'm ready for Tuesday. That's it, bro. I'm ready.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we are heading to Crisis Corner, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, last question for you, and then Crisis Corner. Are you guys worried about this extended break? Do we come out in game 1, and is it going to be because we are known for slow starts, and so are we setting ourselves up with this long break to come out sloppy? Is this going to be a problem for us, or what are you guys thinking the players are feeling right now? Because I feel like you're like in this ultimate intense mode for 2+ weeks, nonstop, and then all of a sudden you're like kind of on vacay for a week plus. Any concerns getting back into the flow of things? And because game 1 that's a tone setter. You can't come out and lay an egg. One of the biggest changes is we have come out the gate hot, right? For a while out during the season, we were like, man, having tough first quarters is not a good look for us. And that is my biggest concern with this extended break. Do you guys have any concerns? Because it'll be how many days since we last played?
10
days. 10 days. Any thoughts? These guys don't get 10 days off from summer league. Like, this is wild.
I would say I feel like is a mild concern, not a big concern, because I feel like the positives outweigh the negatives when it comes to this layoff.
Yeah.
Because we had Josh Hart, who had like a thumb or hand issue. People concerned about JB's ankle at one point. Of course, OG Anunoby with his hamstring.
Timu hamstrings.
Yeah, exactly. The Timu hamstring package was not kind to us. So With all that being said, yes, there might be like a little bit of concern of being out of rhythm after being in such a mode. But if you ask me again, hey Jay Ellis, would you rather have 10 days off or 1 day rest with OG with a bad hamstring and Josh Hart with a bad hand? I'm picking 10 days off every single time.
Every time, for sure.
All day. I love that.
I think there's I think there's a very real reality that we might come out rusty. I think it's very possible, but I think after the first quarter, it's like that rust should subside. I do also want to note that Josh Hart was on the Roommates podcast, and he specifically said that he hates these 10 days off, that he wish it was less days. But at the same time, he did have a brace on his hand while he was saying all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So,
fix your finger, Josh. Come on.
Yeah. So I think, like Jay Ellis said, like I would pick this 10 out of 10 times. I'd rather be rusty than be limping into the next round like we did last year, man. This is a complete 180 from where we were last year, man, going into the ECF. We were that tired team. We were the Philadelphia 76ers going into the ECF, like on completely empty tank. Everyone's banged up. And this year is the complete opposite. And we have to like enjoy that. Like this is, if you had a choice, this is what you would pick, you know?
Agreed.
So as we close out the Knicks chatter, I want to give a shout out to the chat. We've passed over 200 listeners right now.
Let's go.
Shout out to you guys. Thanks for joining us on the Saturday afternoon to get into it. We love the comments. I wish I could post them all up, but I'm hysterically laughing at some of these. These are some hot takes over here. And that is the perfect transition to one of our favorite segments.
Before we switch, one last thing for our listeners. If you haven't already, please take a quick second to hit the like button. We're trying to run it up. Share this out to your different Knicks chats and all that. We're on the road to 10K subscribers, man. So help us run it up, and make sure you cop yourself some merch, man, so you could be fly for the ECF too. All right.
You could look like Al. You could look like Al too. Think about that.
Yeah.
Folks.
One more thing too, because there's a lot of people watching on Twitter. All right. For those who really want to support us, I know y'all rock us on Twitter. It really helps if you come to YouTube and hit that subscribe button to get us to 10K. But we definitely appreciate you guys on Twitter as well. There's like 150 y'all on Twitter right now watching, 40 or 50 in YouTube right now. So help us out and join us on YouTube and hit that subscribe button. All right, go ahead.
No, that's awesome. Much love to our listeners. You guys make it all worth it. So continue to show us that love. It really, really means a lot to us. And now we're going to go to one of our favorite segments called Crisis Corner. We talk a little bit about what's happening in the NBA outside of the Knicks. We talk a little bit about family and dad life. And so let's kick it off with the Western Conference, because it's been wild. My man, Julius Randle, is having some sort of impact out there in Minnesota right now.
Sheesh.
So I want to make sure we shout him out and his left-handed spin move in the lane that has yet to work. Shout out to you, Julius, for staying consistent with that. And I thought what I found most mind-blowing about yesterday, and look, dad life over here, like I'm passing in and out of the couch. There's like a little drool on the side of my mouth, and games too. Like I'm struggling trying to get through. Plus, it's a 35-point game. You know what I mean? Like, give me a reason to stay awake here. But I thought that was crazy yesterday when Ant went into the Spurs huddle and started giving them pounds with 8 minutes left and congratulating them. That is what happens when you're still with Julius Randle, bro. So, Al, you have to check this out.
That's Julius Randle's fault? Wait.
Hey, do you not follow this show, bro? Everything's Julius Randle's fault. I had a bad day last week. I'm still blaming Julius Randle for stuff. That's how it goes.
My bad.
Life crisis, bro. I'm responsible for my own feelings.
My bad. I know the rules.
I'm sorry.
Ra hates on Julius Randle every chance he gets. It's insane.
I get, bro.
That's fine. I'm just going to the corner and cry while you finish.
No, but so Al, Jay, you saw that yesterday, right?
With
8 minutes left in the fourth. We're all tired.
That was like the Drake album.
He's like, bro, it worked so long today. I was like, I feel you, man. I feel you. But you guys should check this out. I think with 8 minutes left in the fourth.
Oh yeah, I just the funny thing is I opened up my Twitter and that's the first thing on the screen right now. Let me share this. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, no, I did see that the next morning. Yes.
Yeah. That was
That's
wild.
insane.
But think about
it.
Like,
put it up, Rob. Put it up, Rob, so everybody can see what you're talking about.
Unpack some of the things that Ant said there, but here is the moment where he said he was just giving them the respect they deserve. 8 minutes were left in the game.
Crazy. Now with 8 minutes left. Damn.
Even they're like, "What are you doing?"
For the longest time, I've never seen this. A guy walking into the huddle with 8 minutes.
Hey, but maybe he knew that they were about to sub him. I guess you wait at the end of the game. Yeah, bruh, for real, bruh. That's kind
even Dante DiVincenzo's like, bro, you can't. Come on.
Yeah, like why you did that, bro?
We'd never do that at Villanova.
That's I feel like that's a generational thing, yo.
Yeah,
that was Haslam's.
Yeah, like the 90s would have never did that with Jordan.
That was Haslam's thing. That he said the same thing.
Yeah, he's like it's a generational thing, but I don't know, man. You can't take losing personally. Like, come on, like shake hands after the game. I get it, but there's 8 minutes left. Like, you can't ever.
LeBron wouldn't have even shook hands. He would have just walked out after the buzzer rang. He's done that a few times.
Oh man, I mean, we don't need that. Like, we don't need like that extent, but like, let's wait till after the game. I mean, but let's think about it from Ant's perspective for a second, okay? You battled back from a serious injury, your knee's hurting, you're giving everything you can out there, and then you look over and you're like, you shooting what, Julius? Like, what are you doing over here? You're one for 12. What, bro? You're my number 2. What's going on? And then he's like, watch this spin move, Ant, and he loses the ball. And so
he didn't show up at all this series.
At all. That was an entire series of no Julius Randle.
Yeah.
And we've been talking about, and what was I remember Zach Lowe saying at some point in the middle of the season being like, I think Minnesota won the trade. Let me tell you something, bro. They did not win the trade. Anytime
they did not win the trade.
Did not win that trade. I will forever celebrate. Listen, Julius Randle's attitude, like if you're a Timberwolves fan and you watch how he behaves on the court with his teammates, how he carries himself, I mean, he's like a forever depressed individual, looks like. Like I think he didn't show up the right way. His defense was pathetic, and they needed him to do more on offense, and he didn't deliver. So I just want to make sure I give it a moment to hate on Julius. I never forgot, Julius, your lack of defense against Atlanta in the first round of the playoffs. What was that, 4 years ago? And Minnesota's got an issue on their hands, right? What do you do with that?
They just extend him?
I don't think they
extended him.
Oh, this year they might have extended him. You're right. And now they got no cap room, and they got to figure it out. So did you guys have any reactions to that series? And now we're getting ready for, I would say, one of the best series that has happened in the NBA in a long time, Thunder Spurs. Do you guys have any thoughts as we get ready for the Western Conference Finals? It's going to be a crazy schedule. Every night we got basketball rotating between the ECF and the Western Conference Finals. Anything you guys are excited about coming out the West to look for?
I just wanted to go 7 games. I'm excited to watch it go 7 games, beat each other up. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for.
Bloodbath. I just want to see a bloodbath. And actually, I just like watching OKC versus the Spurs.
No,
anyway.
It's going to be great basketball for sure.
Yeah, because they hate each other, and they got the whole Chet versus Wemby thing.
Yep.
Then the style. So that's just going to be fun time for basketball fans in general. So I'm really.
There's going to be a lot of that footage. I'm sure you guys have seen like the high school days when Wemby and Chet were playing each other, and Chet was the MVP and all that stuff. So those highlights are going to be running nonstop in the Western Conference Finals. And I mean, so sorry. Let me ask you this question. We talked about how we don't really care about the Detroit regular season piece when we play them in the playoffs, if that ends up being the matchup. What are you guys' thoughts on how the Spurs handled the Thunder during the regular season? And do you think that will carry over to the playoffs? Because is Jalen Williams back? Is he playing
about
yet?
to ask that. I don't know.
I don't
Do you
know.
I think they're saying he's going to be back. But
I get it's like even coming back in the finals is rough. That is rough, man. Like as talented as he is, you just don't know. Some people come back and they're just right into the rhythm. Sometimes it could take some people a certain amount of games to get into rhythm. So to come back with the most high intense basketball you'll ever play in your life against a team who's kind of giving them trouble in the past, that might be a rough series to come back in. For real.
Yeah, you gotta give you kind of gotta give the nod to OKC because one, they obviously got the refs in their back pocket, and then two, they have the experience, that they could fall back on. The Spurs are still a young team. My guess is the Spurs get this far, they get their experience, and they come back next year and make a run, a bigger push to the championship. But that's just mainly due to experience.
Yeah, I think it's close, man. Yes, they have the experience, but that Wemby-Chet matchup is real, dog. Like
Wemby been looking crazy too. Like,
yeah, and I feel like for both franchises, I feel like that ultimate stretch five on the other end is what kind of tips the scales, and I feel like Wemby's been getting the best of Chet. I feel like he's in Chet's head.
Yeah, he might be.
He's in Chet's head. So,
which is crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So, which is why I feel like I don't know.
You want to know when he plays Wemby now, because Wemby shows up like he's like real mad about something,
right?
And Chet doesn't know what he's mad about, but Chet's like, "Bro, it ain't that serious," and Wemby's like, "It is that serious."
Like it took his girl in like 6th grade or something. He just never let it go.
That's exactly. It's so funny you say. I was gonna be like, "Yeah, it's like he stole his girl." Like there's some steal your girl tension over there between the two. But Chet doesn't know about it. He's like, "I know you were dating her, bro. I didn't know this was going on."
Exactly. She just like tall dudes, and I was there. It's like I didn't know.
Just had better facial hair.
Yo, speaking of Chet being nervous, you want to know what's going to be hilarious to watch Rob be nervous if it is Knicks versus Spurs in the finals, and he's got to exercise his 2000 demons. That boy is going to be nervous in the service. I'm telling you, all that PTSD is going to come back.
The 99 will forever haunt me. I can't
see that poster. We're doing it for y'all.
I was purposely not going to bring up like playing either of them in the finals. I'm not ready to talk about that yet. Like Al will be like, this is destiny, bro." I'll be like, "Yo, I can't wake up for this."
That is funny. If I ever want to make Rod nervous, just be positive.
Word.
That's not the Knicks, bro. Don't put that on me, Jay.
Like, Rob, you gonna find $200 tomorrow? I don't know, man. You make me feel like I'm gonna break my leg or something.
Come on, bro. It's been so long. When was the last time they gave us anything good?
The basketball gods,
please, basketball guys. We ask you for very little, just championships. Stephen Castle, also SGA. That's going to be an interesting matchup to watch. I think Castle's second team all defense. Did they announce the all defensive teams already? I think they did, right?
I don't know.
Maybe not. But I know he's in contention to be on an all defensive team, maybe first or second.
I think they did. I feel like once I heard OG wasn't on it, I was like, whatever.
Oh yeah, they did. And didn't he win the defensive player of the year? Didn't that they announced that too? Wemby, yeah, Wemby.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're just waiting.
Oh, you were talking about if Castle got all NBA defense?
I think so. I think he's like
first. Well, he's like that. He's definitely like that on the defensive end. He's a bully, bro. He's a great basketball player. I like him a lot. I didn't realize because I watched a lot of college basketball. I didn't think he was going to be this good coming out of UConn. I really didn't see it. Like for him,
me neither. I did not see it. Yeah. And even now, like it's so crazy how the Spurs have rebuilt with Dylan Harper as well.
He's good too.
Yeah,
Word.
Shout out to the Harper family. I mean, obviously Ron won all the championships, but Derek gave us a hell of a run. Shout out to you, Derek Harper. So, yeah, man, it's gonna be. We got an exciting Western Conference finals coming up. Eastern Conference Finals is gonna be amazing as well. Basketball in May, my dudes. This is good living right now. And then I will go back.
You know what's better than basketball in May?
Basketball in June, baby.
That's right. Let's go.
I love that. So that's all I got for the Western Conference. Unless you guys want to say anything negative about Julius Randle, I'm happy to take some more time on that. If not, we can talk a little bit about the fam side of things, the personal side of things. So Jay, as you know, like me and Al are in the fam. Like my daughter's at ballet right now. You guys got to see them hanging earlier. I got some stories for you about them. But Al, how's little Lena doing? How's life on your side? How you holding it down? Were you a better father this week while the Knicks were not playing basketball, or how was that?
Definitely, I think so. She's good. Alina's chilling. No stories about Alina today. My story is about my girl Jackie. So this morning, I'm like, she's like, "Oh, I bought a fridge. It's coming today." I'm like, "Oh, okay. What time's the fridge getting here?" She said, "Between 11:45 and 1:30. I said, "Oh, great. Right when I'm doing my podcast."
She's like, "Yeah, I know. I scheduled it for that time."
Nice.
Are you there? Did Jackie cut the cord?
Yeah, I think the fridge is here.
Yeah, she heard.
Yeah, he's carrying it down the stairs now.
I'm very excited to hear more about your fridge when you come back to us, Al. I'm sure it's got ice makers and lots of storage for the baby stuff. But I like how this is how his face is frozen right now. This is a good way to think.
I'm back. I'm back.
Oh, there you go.
But yeah, that was my story. So there might be a new fridge when I go outside. Well, I had to move the old fridge out, and that was a process. But yeah, things that I did not think I would be doing this Saturday morning. But that's also part of family life, dad life, And then there's this. I think she bought a stove too, which I'm like, okay. And then so stove is next. But
I like how you use the word process. That was great. Shout out to the process.
Yeah,
the process is over. The process is over.
That's what you just said.
Yeah, and I don't have any kids, but Philly fans are my kids. So
look at Jay giving back to the community.
Exactly.
Good man, Jay.
You get a stove.
And shout out to Fritz for keeping us accurate over here. The all defensive teams are not announced yet, but I will say I do.
Shout out to Fritz.
Yeah, Fritz always holding it down. Thank you, Fritz.
Yes.
Excited to hear. Hopefully they do reconsider, and OG will be one of the participants on the all. Maybe did he not get 65 games? Is that the reason? But I do think keep an eye for Stephen Castle. He will be on either the first team or second team, and it's going to be an interesting matchup. On my personal front, things are good. I've been a really good dad, and that's self-promotion there. I don't know if my wife would agree with any of this, but I don't know if she's going to make it to this part of the pod anyway. But shout out to me. I think I've been a good dad since the Knicks haven't been playing during the week. I feel way less pressure to be like, put them to bed. It's the 7:00 start. Like I'll be like, oh, like let's hang out. Like it's just the Pistons and Cavs. Like we'll chill. But it is birthday season in my house. So my wife's birthday is May 28th and my birthday is May 29th, which is kind of crazy.
Oh, wow.
And, I've already last night we were watching the games, chilling on the couch, and I broke out the Eastern Conference final dates just to like,
oh man,
just to go through stuff. Nothing says I love you like these are the days I'm busy over the next few weeks. And thank God there's no game on May 28th. But in typical romantic fashion, I was like, but the Western Conference Finals are gonna be pretty dope too. Like we should maybe watch. My wife's face. She's like, are you serious right now? Like,
well, you got to scout. You got to scout for the finals,
right?
You got to scout for the finals, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I have a show I need to maintain my credibility on this. This is work. So she shout out to my wife. She's been super supportive, and she at least knows the dates of all the games, and we're gonna work through it. We're gonna work through it. On a personal proud dad moment. My son is now, he's 17 months. He's walking, he's moving around, and he is, proud dad moment. And I think people just say this about their kids, but he's picking up sports pretty well. He's kicking the soccer ball all around the house. Nice. He's moving around. My daughter, I highly recommend you get this. Even as an adult, I still use this. The foam basketball that dribbles like a real basketball, but doesn't make any noise. Mm-hmm. Dude, that thing is always going around my house. My daughter's been practicing dribbling. It's super soft, so she doesn't jam her fingers or anything. And even for me, like sometimes I'll just start crossing over my kids in like the living room and spinning and just like saying things like, "You can't handle this."
You dunk on in the hallway?
We have a mini hoop, so yeah. Boom, good night.
And block their shots.
Oh, absolutely.
I block a lot. My son doesn't know what's going on, so he just laughs and drools. But I'm like,
hey, since you mentioned your kids playing sports, shout out to Phil. His two sons play basketball, and he sent some awesome clips today of his son making some swish baskets, man. Really nice highlights. So
really good shots.
Yeah, really.
And what did we say we were most proud of? Like, he didn't celebrate his shots. He just came back and played D.
Yeah.
Like, man, if I hit that at the Y, I might be celebrating. Like, good for you, Chief.
Well, nowadays these kids, all they do is they practice their emotes after every made basket. They do like
that's a
all
fact.
The stupid Mikal stuff and all
hey, come on, why
he didn't do any of that? He just ran back on defense.
Tell him B right now. Tell him B right now.
So yeah, man. So life is really good. Shout out to the fam. We got the ECF on the way. Jay, thank you for joining us today. It was so great having you on the show.
Yes.
This has been a lot of fun. This is exactly how I wanted to spend my Saturday afternoon. Got to finish my coffee, chop it up with you fellas. Big game 7 tomorrow. No basketball today. Hope you guys have an awesome day. To all of our listeners, to everybody in the chat, you guys are incredible. This has been so much fun. The comments are top notch. Keep them coming. Jay, I'll pass it to you. Any final remarks? Anything you want to shout out before we wrap up over here?
I enjoyed I enjoyed doing the show with you guys. Had a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. You guys are hilarious. Chemistry is obvious. I love it. Tomorrow we will be having XJ from Hot Hand Theory and Locked On Knicks on the KOT show. Joining us. So definitely come in and watch us tomorrow at 1 p.m. Okay, and that's it. Good show, guys.
Love it. Thank you, Al. Final words from you, my dude.
Shout out to everybody that rocked with us today. We really appreciate you guys. Make sure that you lock in tomorrow with the KOT show. If you haven't seen XJ on his other platforms, XJ is a really good basketball mind. So I will be locked in and watching that because he's definitely going to come in with some good tidbits for us to think about and look out for as we go into this ECF series. So excited to watch that. And keep a lookout for Lee Escobedo's Substacks. I think he dropped 2 Substacks today. So definitely check those out. He's been crushing it with those, and he's one of the best in the game when it comes to writing, man. Dude's an elite writer and ball knower. So definitely check that out.
Absolutely. Shout out to the KOT fam. Lee, keep up the great work. Great content coming out on the regular from the Substack, and everyone else. Thanks for all the love. Let's go Knicks. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Peace out, guys. Let's go Knicks.